You are indeed on the Moose. I am Dub, joined now by Simon from local band Last Horse Standing. How's it going today,
It's
Simon?
good. Thanks for having me out here.
Thanks so much for being here. The reason you're here is because you guys have been slowly releasing new singles over the past few months, kind of like once a month, basically.
Yeah, about once a month.
Yeah, and the newest one is coming out this Friday, and I believe it's called Logging, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It comes out this Friday.
Yeah, how exciting. I have to ask you, first of all, if anybody has been a fan of you guys for some time, this is at least the second song that's come out that's about like cutting wood, logging, this sort of thing.
Forestry, yeah.
Right? Where did this song come from? Can you tell us a bit about it?
It's a bit of a long story, but Joseph's he's part of a family that has a bit of a long lineage of working in the forestry industry. He actually works at the Taylor Pulp Mill.
Yeah.
I think he's worked there for a while. And his dad was a faller for about 30 years or something like that. And his brother is a logger. So it's just kind of crept into his lyrics and things that he wants to talk about. And this is just one of those songs that kind of came from that vein. We've been joking that we're going to write a trilogy of of forestry songs. So we got part one and we got part two, and part three is yet to be conceived.
That's amazing. I have to ask you a bit about the band's kind of process. I mean, I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, Joseph seems like he's sort of like, he has most of sort of the ideas, is kind of like, here's what kind of direction I kind of want to go in. What's kind of your role in that process? Do you add, do you suggest new lyrics? Do you help him write the songs? How does that kind of go? What's your dynamic in the band?
Yeah, so I'm not a wordsmith. I
Yeah.
very rarely contribute to any sort of lyrical ideas unless something really kind of sticks out that I feel strongly about, but that happens maybe like 1% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of more into the music kind of role, and so a lot of times he might send me a song and I might sit on it. That might be like a voice memo from a phone or something like that. And just kind of maybe spruce it up or see where it goes. If maybe a little section of that kind of speaks to me, then work on that. So it's a collaborative process, but kind of a bit more of a back and forth kind of thing. And some stuff I do have ideas and we work on together, but he's generally the driving force. But we're more like, the first album was definitely just kind of a Joseph Tabolti thing with a little bit of collaboration, but now we're more working towards
I see.
a band kind of thing. Yeah.
So this kind of album has been more collaborative. This album that's been, I believe you guys started working on it last year, if I remember right, maybe even longer ago. Was this something you were sort of starting to work on through COVID already? Was this in the works to maybe be out already if you could have had it that way?
Well, part of it is we capitalized on the province of British Columbia has grants.
Yeah.
And so we applied for a grant, and we were one of the people that was selected to be a recipient for that. And so that money really helped springboard creating the album. And then we just worked through COVID because of, unable to play live and things like that. And, we started with a kind of a pre-production. So we had maybe 8 or 9 songs written, and we kind of started listening to other music that we wanted to emulate. And then it kind of cascaded from there, getting musicians in. Actually, everything was recorded at my house.
Oh, okay.
Except for any sort of guest musicians that we couldn't have. They recorded their parts in their hometown. But everybody that's on the album is actually people that we know personally. And
Okay.
so it's sort of a local album, but there is a bit of wider geography.
I see. And then in terms of, gigging these songs, right? Have they been played live a lot before? Or is this like brand new stuff that when, say, you do your album release party, which I think is slated for the fall,
Yeah.
If people haven't heard the album before, they're going to hear stuff they've never heard before in your gigs?
I think at this point, everything's been out there. It's out in the ether. People have heard it, but, some of the stuff is, only been played once or twice. So the single Logging that we're going to release this Friday, that's a pretty fresh tune that was conceived completely during the album, the process. So we like playing the new songs, and we get some pretty good feedback, and some people get up there and dance, and
Awesome.
That's good too.
Excellent. All right, we're going to play the new song for everybody in just a minute, but first, again, I mentioned your busy summer schedule.
Yeah.
Tell us about kind of some of the gigs you guys are playing that we could still get tickets to if they want to catch you live. this summer.
Sure. So Joseph's doing a solo show in Powell River on the 26th here. I've got some notes. We're playing at Peace Valley Folk Fest on July 15th. That's going to be a super fun show. We're really excited for that. Dawson Creek Music Fest on the 23rd. That's the following week. That's always a good time. We're doing a private party in Prince George called Birkenfest, and we're excited for that too. And then we have our CD release show, venue to be decided, but that's going to be September 17th, and that's when we're going to have a fun time showcasing the new album, start to finish. Yeah.
And then the new album, as I understand, is coming out in July. Like it'll be available for purchase and all that.
The new album is going to be on July 15th, the same day as our Peace Valley Folk Fest show.
Okay.
So that'll be a bit of a celebration. And yeah, it should be on every platform like iTunes, Spotify. We're going to have vinyl, but there's a vinyl shortage, so that might be delayed. And
Yeah.
And CDs. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you want to find out more, I think the best way is to kind of follow you guys on Facebook. That seems to be where you're most active.
We're trying to get active as we can on everything, but Facebook and Instagram, we're really, really active. And actually, we're going to have a brand new website coming out too. So
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have to watch out for that. But for now, Facebook, Last Horse Standing. I think Instagram's at Last Horse Standing if you want to find out more. But let's get to this brand new song from the guys. This is just from their brand new album. It's called Logging, and you're hearing it right here on Moose FM. Thanks for being here, Simon.
You're welcome.